trying to get in the parking lot right now. Hold on. Okay, so listen. I'm assuming you can see. The plan is to get my joint first. I probably should take this back to the room, but I'm leaving it in my truck. I mean my car. Ooh. Maybe not. I'm gonna take my clothes in. But I just wanted to talk about today. I sat down and got some work done and was writing about Fish for Holly. I had that video ready, but I just didn't know what to write about it, so I finally had an inkling and took care of it. But there was something that came up that I really wanted to talk about, but I really don't feel like talking about it right now. I think I'm making a whole separate video about it. I don't know why I did that, but I do. So anyway, secondary thing that I was actually pulled this out to tell you. The goal today, there's a horse racing track, like right behind the hotel, and I think I've shown you that. So I went in yesterday and I was like, maybe there's an event that I can record and document. And so I was asking around and I found out there's like Kentucky Derby, which maybe it's just like a style of racing. I don't really know anything about horse racing, but I want to. So the goal is to get in somehow and document, because I haven't heard back from the guy that I was supposed to ask for like a media pass. So I'm just gonna go do it, hopefully, unless something else comes around. But yeah, that's a goal for tonight. Until then, I don't really know what I'm doing, but yeah, that's the update. Gotta open on the Crocs, obviously, and the fact that I'm walking in the middle of the road. But we're going. I decided to, oh my gosh, there's a Tony! Okay, never mind. That's the security guy I met yesterday, so I'm trying to make buddies, you know. Anyway, yeah, so I decided to walk over here and see what's going on, try to get a schedule of events, because there's nothing online. And the guy was like, go in and make a bet. So I'm going in and making a bet on journalism is the horse's name. I was like, oh, that's a sign. Anyway, here we go. This is nuts. I'm supposed to show you my bets, but there's a horse named Journalism. I don't know if I said that, so clearly put money on that one. And then there's another one that the lady said that likes to play in the dirt, so here we are.
Oh, pull my answer.
I put $10 on them winning first and also winning second, so I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna win some money for sure. That's like for the Kentucky Derby. I don't know what this is about. I don't think I could place money on this race, probably. I mean, you can put money on whatever race you want, I think, but... Look at the dirt. Okay, now I'm gonna wander and find somebody to talk to so I can make sure that I get media. I'm back where I was yesterday. Found a seat. Somebody had already sat in it, so it's already dusted off. Wow, such a view. Okay, listen, I don't know how I feel about recording this on my camcorder versus my phone. I might definitely, I don't know if I'm supposed to show this to people. I'll already have one before I post this. I didn't mean to spend $40, but I had $40 in my hand, so the guy was like, bing, bing, bing. I was like, whatever. It's a weird vibe. It's kind of like a casino, like with all the old people like and sitting at the machines doing shit. That's kind of the vibe. It's like a bunch of old people and like just random odds and ends of like whoever. I mean, the guy was like, yeah, it costs like $3 to get into there. So the characters you see, it's good for journalism. I'm like, fucking right. So got my juice. some hooting and hollering. Yeah, so far so interesting. I put money on journalism to win. I already said this, but I'm gonna say it again more clear because I get to looking around and get distracted by a lot of people. So 10 on journalism to win, 10 on journalism to get second, and then the lady behind me in line to make the bet was like, I was like, I think I want to throw money on some like random ass like, you know, horse, because it's sports, man, it's sports. So she said there's one that's racing number 5. She was like, yeah, he loves the mud and dirt, and it's muddy and dirty at the Kentucky Derby. So I'm like, okay, fire. So I put 10 on him to win, 10 on him to get second. I don't know, whatever. I'm like, hopefully somebody will win something. So whatever. It's a protein shake. It's vegan, so it's better than most, but it's still protein shake. Ooh. Let's see, what else am I gonna talk about? Oh, the lady I met in line. She is doing she does dog shows. Listen, I've had a curiosity about dog shows for approximately a fairly long time, but since at least Christmas or Thanksgiving. We were watching it with the football. It was like coming on in between the like, I don't know what games are on, the rivalry games or whatever, so I was like, that's weird, I want to know more about them. And also horses, I love horses, so 2 curiosities, hopefully getting satisfied fairly soon. But yeah, that was pretty dope. Her son's wife is a professional bowler. That was another thing that she was like, you could do that? I was like, I love people, bro. They're so supportive. So, yeah, anyway, I'm about to puff a joint up in this bitch and figure out what I'm gonna do next, because there's like not really like official people around here, and the photographer's door was locked. So I'm really trying to figure out how to make this happen. I'm gonna call the guy again that I called yesterday, but just left a message, a really embarrassing message. I didn't know what I was gonna say, and I just sent it. I'm so bad at talking to machines, way better at talking to people. So I'm hoping maybe we'll run into each other or something. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. At least I'm gonna be here. It's like $10 to get in. I was like, sign me up. Yeah, but today's the Kentucky Derby. That's why, okay, so that's what's going on now. And it's like the Kentucky Derby is happening in Kentucky, and everybody's here to bet on it. And then they have like races here every Saturday, Sunday night. So it's gonna be a live race. I met the guy who takes care of one of the horses, so I'm really hoping that's yesterday. He was working parking, so I'm like, okay, boom, maybe that's my in. Anyway, we'll see. But yeah, I just thought I'd update you. I think I like the camcorder, but whatever. I ain't got one of these. Probably should have gotten one earlier, but about to learn what I've been on. It's me on a cigarette. Alright, so we're collecting thoughts. What I know right now. I think this is for this truck. I'm not really sure. Still haven't figured that part out yet. I think the action starts later, so I'm gonna come back for the races for sure. I don't really care what goes on in the Kentucky Derby, but I would like to figure out how to read this and understand what they're betting on and why they're betting and whatever, and how to watch it. So I'm gonna go home, recoup, get dressed. I think. I don't know. I fit in pretty well in like sweat shorts. But anyway, the front desk lady knows my name. She just said bye, Ansley, on the way out. I was like, nice. And I know the parking guy, and then the parking guy from yesterday. So, and then I saw where they're keeping the horses, and I think that I can run into people and then interview them after. So, yeah. And listen, I just passed the parking guy again. I went on the other side and I was walking, and the guy who hollered at me, Eric, was the trainer I met yesterday. So I'm in. Anyway, I'm going back for the race at 4. And hey, how's it going? going back for the Kentucky Derby at 4, because I mean that's gonna be a vibe. I feel like people are gonna be electric, and I want to see if I win. So yeah, I'm gonna go get resituated. I don't know if I'm gonna change, honestly. We'll see how I feel. Get some food, get hydrated. Oh my gosh, California's been whooping my ass on hydration too. Listen, whatever. Okay. At the race courses, back here again for the fourth time. I think this is a good spot for me to sit. What do you think? To record my. Yeah, nobody's fucking looking, bro. It's making me nervous though. I'm gonna sit right here. Get the same view. Fucking. Listen, my name is Angie Bates, and I'm coming to you live from not the Kentucky Derby. And make sure you can see me. No, you can barely see me, but listen. This is not gonna work. I'm gonna put it down on the other one, but I sat in it, so that has to count for something. My heart's pounding. Okay, oh, not that way. Listen. Okay, so far. This is for this race, I think. I still haven't found the horse that I'm supposed to be rooting for. Its name is Twilight. I went and exchanged my tickets. I don't know where I put my tickets. I had 3 losing bets, 1 winning bet. Out of $40 I spent on bets, I got back 25. So far so good, I think. I think that's a win. Yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. I think I'm gonna go try to figure out how to read this book so I can put this money on motherfucking Twilight, bro. And then I'm gonna go find Twilight. Okay. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. My name is Jaime. I'm the bartender of Los Alamitos Racetrack. Today was a big day. It was a derby day. A lot of customers shows up, a lot of fans, and a lot of drinking people, a lot of betting people, a lot of winners. So
Yeah.
glad you show up and keep coming.
Cool.
Love you.
Back in my seat from earlier. I just keep needing to get fresh air because it's a weird deal in there, but I learned some things. I'm gonna replace, I don't know if this is my beer. I need somebody to hold my beer. Wrong way. Okay. What's going on the chair next to me? Gross. It's pretty dusty. Ooh, the gate's opening. Anyway, so I was just literally sitting and reading this while I was watching some of the races that are now on. These are not here, these are on the TV somewhere. I don't know where they are at, but not here. Anyway, so I think these are different races because they're all different lengths. There's like, in this section, 10 races. I'm looking, you can't see me that well. I don't think that's any better, but we're gonna try it. Okay, so I can show you. So there's like 10 races and I think they're all different lengths, but there's multiple jockeys that appear in this. I'm assuming jockeys, yes, jockeys, I can fact check that. Multiple jockeys that appear every race. So I think they're just racing different horses, and they put their mom and dad and who breeds them, and I think the managing like company, their age. But it's interesting that they put their mom and dad. I guess that's like such a like genetics for animals are such an important like factor, right? And then also I learned that there are male and female races. So according to this, which describes like in what race who's gonna win and then why, like a little blurb on why. It's like their little bio for the horses. And some of them, it looks like almost every other one is like he, she, you know, whatever. That's what I've learned so far. So I kind of know how to read this. I don't know how to translate this to what I'm seeing on the TV, like what specific races are which, but I'm kind of picking it up. And I want to put my money on Twilight for this race. So those are my next 2 tasks, and then I gotta go find the horse and meet up with my boy Eric. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So I got online to make a memory bet. It's echoey in here. And I met a guy who told me that today the races, he like knew about the racetrack, which was like really dope. And he was telling me that one, there's like some things that I should like get, that I should see like before the race, which is really cool. And then that there's like 4 thoroughbred races and then 1 like a little baby 2-year-old race. So like you can kind of like randomly bet on whatever. So I might go buy a program, run by the house and get food, and then come back for the races. It's like 6:45. What are you doing? Those are the numbers of the, I saw Eric. That was a guy that was at parking who takes care of Twilight. And race number 2. And the horse is number 7. So lucky number 7. And 444 of the taxi is my number for my career. And so I just thought I saw that and I was like, bink! Let me slide that in there. Anyway, so yeah, now I know the horse number, so I'm gonna bet across the board, which means if he wins first, second, or third, I make money. And so, yeah, learning. Yeah, I'm continuing my mission to get food, and I forgot chapstick in my other purse. Okay. Oh, he talked to Darren about me, so I'm going to the winner's circle after the race. You just gotta know people, bro. And that just takes being nice to people. That's it. Anyway, I'll see you at the winner's circle. Just kidding. I'll probably see you in 5 minutes when I eat my food to tell you what I'm eating, because I tell you everything at this point. Back again. Hopefully for the final time. Jesus.
Pocket. I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna let him go back somewhere. See?
Whoa.
Hello, Dave. Excellent work throughout the day. And great. Looks like you did a little bit of the night there.
Okay, why did you pick number 1?
Because of the rider.
The rider. Okay, so the jockey.
The rider and the trainer.
Okay.
Angela Aquino.
Okay, what makes them so good that like differentiates them from everybody else?
Well, he's consistent.
Okay.
He's consistent.
Okay. Cool.
Angela is a good trainer.
Okay.
So
She's my favorite.
Yeah?
that would be our best bet.
Okay, sweet. On it. Number 1. Cool.
Thank you.
I knew nobody was home except me and the big mouth.
The horses, the races are short.
That's pretty much, yeah, they just think they will.
Which one looks faster?
Which one do you think is going to win?
Who do you think looks faster?
Number 7? Number 7. Yes, I am.
Or 7?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good for my guy. Stevie Wonder.
That one looks quite fine.
Third set they spin. Anyway, right? Everything's on 3, 2, 1.
Okay, everything's 3, 2, 1.
But I love you. I love you too. Everything's on 3, 2, 1.
Simple as that. That's all I needed to know, really.
No.
Okay.
I was going to say something a little off color.
Well, then, well, I don't have that many followers, so you can say kind of whatever you want, but
No, I'm not
be
gonna
respectful.
Be respectful? Me?
Yeah, I know, you're from the wrong place.
She knows me not too well, does she?
No, not yet, but I got a good idea. Okay, so they say you like to talk on camera. What do you do around here? And then just tell me a little bit about yourself, and then horseback racing, horse race, whatever.
Horse racing.
Horse racing. Sorry, I'm new here. That's why I'm filming, so I can learn.
So I can learn.
Yeah, so teach me some things about you.
And I watch all the tapes and do all the videotape and my analysis and do numbers of the horses, and I come up with my picks.
Okay, cool.
And we do pretty well.
Yeah, okay. What kind of things do you look for? What trends? Or is that your secret sauce?
It's my secret sauce. No, I watch all the tapes and come up with trouble numbers, and it comes off the final time.
Okay.
And we do trouble and track variances, and whoever has the best time. You know, a lot of times when you got a headwind, speed holds on. When you got a tailwind, speed tires.
Huh.
So you got to look at everything.
Okay.
And with the horses, I watch all the tapes and come up with trouble numbers, and adjust their final time off their trouble, and then I do a track variant, and I come up with trouble numbers and track variant numbers. Could be fast or slow, adjust their time. That's how I come up with long shots on occasion. So,
okay. So there's a lot of variables that can intersect with the performance of the racing.
Who the jockey is, the trainer information. Like this horse coming up in this upcoming race, 8 horse, his numbers are okay. He's got a chance. But this rider, he's a speed jockey. Deluxe, every time he gets on a horse for the first time, they improve 1 or 2 lengths out of the gate.
Wow.
So he can spring upsets.
Okay.
He was on a horse last week that looked horrible on paper. I mean, the horse had no chance, but the first time on the horse, woke the horse up, and the horse won at 35 to 1. So you look at trouble, track variant, trainer information, jockey information, and try to come up and put it all together and try to come up with horses.
Very cool.
Sometimes you do all right. Well, most of the time we do all right. Sometimes it all depends.
Okay. Tell me what you think about number 7, horse number 7 in this race. That's the one I put my money on.
You just like the name.
No, it's because I know the trainer now. I met him in the parking lot the other day. Eric.
Yeah, Eric?
yeah, so that's now my favorite horse.
Eric?
Yeah, stand up Eric. All right, horse number 7. We got good odds.
Well, horse looks horrible on paper, but
perfect.
This trainer has known to pop at prices. So
okay, cool. I like my odds.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Good try.
Good job, number 7. You got this.
Right about right where that tire is, right about here is probably going to be the best angle.
Okay.
And once they go by, you can get closer to the rail.
Very cool.
What's happening, bro?
Why does it? Okay, so he's out of it?
No, he'll come back in, but
Okay, do the jockeys have to try to take control, or do they just like go out?
they don't take control.
Okay,
Mr. Vallejo.
Mr. Vallejo. Okay, introduce yourselves and then what you guys do, and then
Just go easy on me.
what?
No,
Okay.
I'm Gennaro Vallejo, and I've been training horses for 25 years. I'm in Los Alamitos. I just won the Tour race. I give a shout to his rider, and we got lucky. Yeah, so that's good, and it was fun.
Cool.
That's her agent, and
I'm Leslie Navarro. I'm an ex-trainer and now I'm a jockey's agent.
Wow.
So I've
Okay.
been working with Camacho for, I don't know, like a month and a half. He came from Golden Gate. And we were nice enough to get a break from Mr. Vallejo.
give him a shot,
Gave
and
us a
work
good
out.
horse and it worked out.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Thank you.
It's always fun to give a shot to, the people, they just came down and he's been helping me, so if he helps me, I mean, that's the only way I can pay him back, kind of help him.
Okay.
That's his first one, and I'm kind of happy for him, and I was rooting for him when I saw him stretch. I said, I mean, I was so happy to see him in the Winter Circle because this is one of the places you really want to see people kind of recognize him and win a race. And he works hard. The worst part is nobody knows him much, so nobody give him kind of like if you win races, you're always gonna have a shot because you're one of the top ones, and you always
get better horses.
You get better horses.
And
okay.
he knows.
And I know him.
He knows
I give him a shot. He helps me, and I give him a shot.
He knows what kind of horse it takes to win here. You have to have a really fast horse
Really? Why is that?
because they run fast and it's a short distance. They need to have a lot of speed.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sweet.
And I told him what to do. Gotta be a fucking aggressive.
But he knows that, so he was nice enough to be generous enough to put him on a good horse.
Very cool.
He's been really close. He's won 800 races in his career.
Wow.
Nothing here yet. So it's like the monkey was on his
Interesting.
back.
Okay. And he finally did pull it out?
Yeah, pull it out.
Very
In a good
cool.
way.
Very cool. Yes.
My
Okay.
horse the race before
Don't
that.
say that.
No way!
Well, the good and the bad.
Hey, your horse has no damn speed. We would have speed like
We're
that.
gonna help him.
Yeah.
We're gonna help him to get there.
Hey, we're gonna help you to it.
All right. I need help.
Yeah,
What's up? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, they were just telling me about your first race. So, here, yes. So, yeah, do you have any words for the camera about your race today? What was like that final thing that helped you pull it out today?
Las estrellitas.
His name is Gennaro Vallejo.
Having the horses.
It's everybody
The horse.
working together, helping each other.
My
Okay.
agent here, my agent here,
Yeah,
Leslie.
that's the one. That's the reason. Cool. Well, congratulations.
Okay. Well, it's gambling, but
Right.
it's
I've been here my whole life.
But you have to minimize the factors that you're gambling on.
right.
So you have to take care of the horse and make sure it's a good athlete, and then
Yeah, from my end, the reason I got it is because I love horses. I grew up riding horses, and I thought that everybody rode horses. But
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
didn't realize is that you have to go to work after a certain time point. So
Right.
I stopped riding horses. I turned to the guy, I used to ride horses.
Right.
American quarter horses, exactly.
Wow.
Not the thoroughbred. I got them one or two, but not the one, right?
Right.
The Black Bay, the
Okay.
21 hands. They're probably 18 hands, but they seem
Wow.
like 21. They're the biggest
Yeah.
horse, retired racehorse, thoroughbred.
Mm.
And I rode the quarter horses
Which
because
are the
they're
fast
smaller
ones.
and just more manageable for
Okay.
whatever reason. But
Huh.
No more harness racing.
when I was a kid, we picked. Anyways,
Yeah, no, that's cool.
This guy was a harness guy.
handicap, right? It's professional gambling. Handicap. It's
Corporate song. Remember corporate song?
I don't know. It's a rush.
Okay, so you help run numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you have a horse.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, you have a horse, and that's why you're running the numbers.
Well, yeah. So my horse, when I bought her from the owner,
Okay.
trainer. It was her personal horse.
Okay.
She's a handful.
The horse itself?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's hard to handle, right? It's like
Okay,
them
okay.
all over the place.
I was gonna say
Instant
perfect for you.
gratification.
Perfect.
Just instant gratification here. because
Perfect.
She,
What's her name?
Funky Gray.
Funky
so it's just
Gray.
like me and
Okay.
all my friends and
Very
my wife.
cute. I love
Funky
that.
Gray,
Funky Gray.
So she.
have lunch.
I read her time and her numbers, and I fell in love with her on the 4th of July when they ran in the daytime here last year. And so I always had this idea that if I want enough gambling, that instead of just playing right back, because the whole purpose of me handicapping is to win a certain amount of money and then play back that money on another horse that I find after I do my numbers on a card.
Gotcha.
On a card.
Okay.
So I might come here and not bet every horse. I might have some horses that I already did the numbers on that I specifically want to bet heavily on, right?
Gotcha.
I might take $800 to the track and I'll bet that whole $800 on one race.
Wow. Okay.
Right? Because
Yeah.
I love a horse.
Right.
So I'm going to put everything into that one horse.
Okay.
Strategy. That's and I'm a
Okay.
trifecta player, and also I'm a trifecta player.
Okay.
So I'll key a horse if I really think, you know, I love to believe my horse will win every single race, but it depends on how it's going to break. She doesn't necessarily need the lead, but it's nice if she does get it, and then she could fight off whoever. She doesn't get tussled around. It's clear running.
Okay.
She's tough. She lives with a goat. You know what I mean? So she's littler than most, so she gets banged around. You just have to wait for her counter movement. And most jockeys want to be on top of that. They see it already. They see the hit coming, and then they might counter too early, and then she hits, and then they're off.
It's more
It's kind of
reactive.
like dancing. I'll step on your feet for a minute. We're good, and then all of a sudden we get back in stride.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's in my mind. And every race is like that. You can move when you're a handicapper. You know, you got to look at the car and look at the track. Right? And certain things affect it. I personally like to beat the favorites, right? But the other side of me wants to see the favorites beat me. The Arabians. Because that means that
Who was the Arabian trainer?
they're running honest. They're training like they should. And so it gets me thinking, how should I, instead of going, well, it should have won, it should win. But the fact of the matter is, if the 2 and the 3 go, you know what I mean? They're gonna do their job.
Yeah.
And everybody in that stable and everybody back there, it affects everybody. It affects a lot of people. So when they don't run like they should, good and bad, depending, you know, on what end you're sticking on. It's like playing craps. If you're, that's a whole other thing. I don't want to get into gambling.
Yeah.
But in the same respect, it's like a football game or a baseball game. It's a new game every time with really quick action and like numbers, and you have to be lucky. You know, I'd rather be lucky than good any day, right? You know?
Yeah.
So
cool.
Yeah, I got into it because I love horses, and I want to help like everybody.
Yeah.
So me owning the horse, I get to go to the stable and pick up her poop and do things that my trainer used to do, because it demands a lot of attention. So I get to take the focus of this animal a little bit, because they do it every single day.
Yeah.
And I'm just doing it 2 days a week, and I'm just helping.
Right.
I can't even imagine.
But it does.
Like doing that every single day, Not because they have to, because they want to.
Right.
You know, because these animals are life changing. You go back there and there's people limping around and like broke off everywhere. You know what I mean? The arms, because they'll pull your arm. They'll bump into you. You know? You know, change your life like me. I'm happy and stuff, but you know, there's well, you know, I don't even know what I'm talking about, because I'm just. Come on, Judge, help me out here. Why do we like horse racing?
They're honest. The best trainer here is what's her name? Okino, Angela Okino.
Okay.
She's the best.
Cool.
Even you're the best. I thought you were God.
You heard it here first.
From Judge Ito.
Sweet. Thank you.
My cousin was a jockey. He was best friend with Johnny Cart. I was in the winner's circle in 1976 at Centennial Downs. And it's funny because all you could see is my tennis shoe, because my cousin, he ran 3rd, 2nd, and 1st Centennial Down 1976 on 7-11. You know, it's crazy, 1976.
Wow.
So I never forgot that. You know, I thought it was kind of normal to be around horses and stuff. Like I said, then you grow up and it changes fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, here you are, you know, talking about your passion, and it's not kind of humbling, it is really humbling, and it's really hard to even, like, you know, to describe, you know, like the heroes, like standing next to you, man. He's
drinking water.
It's more than a good horseman, you know. He's like an actual carrying, like Johnny action. There were some things that went down here that everybody froze, and all I could do was, oh my God, you know, like, you know, oh no, you know, just, and, you know, it was bad, but it could have been worse.
Yeah.
You know, and those are the kind of individuals that you want, because you don't get a second chance at life-changing situations, right? Like we all could have had the last horse, the last race, right? But you know, when it comes to taking care of them, like everybody's got to go home to the barn after this race, and they got to do it again. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a lifelong dedication.
Yeah.
To something
I'm there to
that you
take
really
care
care
of that horse.
about. Yeah.
I'm there to take care of that horse the rest of the career that I'm able
I love
to.
that.
Picture of your horse.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, get up.
You're about to start this one too. 6 race.
Darren, what do you got to say?
Take a picture of his pants. Because the store didn't think they were going to sell.
That's the front, but here, let me see.
The fans are cool. The fans are cool.
Number 3 wins this race.
Number 3. All right, you heard it here.
It's like,
Oh, they're so bad. Oh, it's so cute.
That's her. Oh, that's another one. That's another one.
Pretty.
See, that's the goat.
The goat.
Yeah, he's gnarly.
And both of the goats.
Yeah. I know, huh? Oh, goats. See, look at they're grazing. He's amazing. She weighs like 1,000 pounds.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow, look at how pretty
She hates the phone.
No. Oh my, she's like, I'm camera shy.
Yeah, she hates the phone. She really does. But anyways, yeah, you get
Cute.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to ride her, you know, at the end of her career.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, you know, if it's not her, it's going to be another one. There was one that broke his leg, and you know, but he survived. And you know, I asked what they're going to do with it, but they're going to keep it. You know.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good.
the owners. Yeah.
Good.
Survived.
Wow.
But yeah, tomorrow if you're around, come down, check it out. You know, she runs in the second race.
Okay.
She's already said she's a professional, and I'm just so glad to be part of a working animal's life. And she has this, there's this sense of, because they're flight animals. We're the hunters, you know, we're the ones that, I'm the aggressor when it comes to them. Like, it's purely that way because you can see it in their eyes. Like, there's a moment where you don't approach them, you know.
Wow.
They just see it. Like, you know, they see you, and then all suddenly they just kind of go, like, okay. Like, okay, you do what you're going to do, you know. And they like being touched in spots where they can't touch. So when they allow you to do that, it changes. And then you go, okay, what do I have to do next? What do I don't? Because Darren's been around him his whole life, and he's fine. He's, you know, he can. They're hard.
He knows how to.
Well, he has that, like, you know. Because like I said, there's people limping around everywhere from those horses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. True.
Yeah, I appreciate the time.
Yeah, thank Okay.
There's a camera up there.
Yeah.
Golly.
There's a nice, sweet old lady that works the tower.
No way. Does she have to climb up there?
Yeah.
She loves the camera. She won't switch.
Hell yeah. Good for her.
There's one there, and there's one on the back stretch over there.
Well, I don't know if we can see that.
Yeah, it's a little scissor lift back there. It's where I'm normally at, but I only do the long races. So once the long races stop, then they send me everywhere else.
They move you here. How long have you been doing this for horse racing?
4 months.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you do before?
Before I was a tow truck driver.
What? Okay, so how did you get into this?
I have a buddy who works up in the drones up there. He's got a little booth up there. And he's a brother of a friend of mine, and just said that they were hiring, so I showed up.
Nice. And how have you adjusted to it? It's fairly simple.
It's fairly simple, not
compared
really much
to
adjustment, and it's it was not a very hard adjustment. Just
very cool.
Drive. It's a little longer than my normal drive, but it's a cool job coming here and doing it every weekend.
Cool. Has it made you want to do anything else horse racing related?
No, I've never even made a bet.
Really?
No.
Well,
They got me sucked in first thing. I made a bet. And then what about you? What is your story here?
Same thing. A friend of mine said he needed help. So.
Okay. What did you do, or what do you do also?
Prior to that,
Yeah.
I was a rental agent at Davis Rental Car.
Okay. Do you like this better?
I mean, it's cool. I don't mind helping.
Okay. Cool. Does it inspire anything in you to do anything with this?
Well, I wouldn't mind, but they don't like have time.
Do you like the people that you work with?
No, not this guy.
Yeah, I don't. That was a horrible question. Put him on the spot like that.
He's cool. He buys me coffee.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, he's a good guy.
What
He's
he's
a
saying
good
right
guy.
there is, could you go buy me a coffee?
Okay, will you?
I got my.
Okay, perfect. Sweet.
The photo bomb.
Will I get fired if I do that? Almost messed that up. I mean, I kind of did, but whatever. I'm back trying to get the rest of the story, if there really is anything. But I think I already missed the race that I was supposed to go see for Funky Gray for Gabe. But we'll see. Perfect timing. She didn't win.
Quarter horse track in California.
Huh. The only quarter horse track.
In California. The other one's in New Mexico. They have in Utah.
Okay, so this is like really competitive for quarter horse racing.
Yeah.
But thoroughbreds would be.
But the thoroughbreds are like secondary here. But they have more thoroughbreds because there's not enough quarter horses to fill all the races.
Okay. And is that just because like people would have to travel too far?
Yeah.
So not many people own quarter horses around here.
Well, they come in. Sometimes they'll ship from other tracks to race in the big races.
Okay. The big race is here at this track?
Yeah. But you wouldn't even think she was a jockey because she's really sweet.
Yeah.
But if you only bet her horses, you win a lot of races.
Yeah. How many different horses does she ride?
She rides for one of the top farms.
Wow.
But she's like a normal person.
Yeah. We're figuring it out. These are the racing horses. Ooh, that was not gonna do good. Under there is the stable that we saw like when I first got here. And they go there to walk the horses around so people can look at them and decide if they want to bet on them. Because the horses are supposed to look good. So they're supposed to have like a little bounce in their step. They're supposed to be focused. They're supposed to not really be like freaking out. But they don't want to look sleepy either. So then they like go in the stables underneath here. And they walk them around so people can look at the horses and see the bet. And then they get saddled up. And then most of the time they walk them out here without the jockey on it. And then they go into the winner's circle. And then the jockey, which is over there. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, so they walk the horses around that little dirt track. And they hop on them like right, this is right there. And then they walk them out around the track. But I think with the short races, sorry, it's a little bit different. And then they take them on a warm-up lap around, depending on how long the race is, around the whole entire track. And some of them start way over there. those are the thoroughbred races that start over there, the longer ones, and then the shorter quarter horse races start over there. I'm trying to think of anything else I've learned. You can bet on them up until they come out of the gate. So like as soon as they say like go or whatever, the gun goes off, they're done with betting. But you can like watch the horses as they come out, watch them on their warm-up lap. Like you have a pretty good amount of time to like see what's going on with the horse to make sure it's you want to bet on it, you know, like that it's like ready, because sometimes the horses aren't focused, sometimes they're like just having a bad day, or the weather's not cooperating or whatever. Like there's so many variables to it. The track, the rider, the like just literally like the food they ate that day, the weather outside, what's like if there's like pressure shifting, like they're so susceptible to so many things. And then there's like a kind of like the team that goes into it. There's a lot of team effort. I'm trying to pick up, I didn't really like realize how much team effort there is. So there's the owner of the horse, there's the horse, there's the trainer of the horse, and the trainer is like the captain of the ship basically. So the owner of the horse hires the trainer to make sure there's a jockey, which you work mostly with agents in order to pick up the jockeys. So the agents will work jockeys into certain positions, the horses, the races, the different facilities and tracks. So the track typically has like a handful of riders like that are particular to that track. And so the one I met and videoed yesterday, he is new to the track. So he's won, I think they said like 800 races or something, which is like absurd, phenomenal, like really, really crazy. He came here and he's having to like get his way in. I think you say jockey, which maybe that's why. He's having to like jockey his way in to the top couple here, and he just got his first win on this track yesterday. So that was really cool to see him out there and talk to him and what he was talking about when I got to like just talk to him one-on-one. I wanted to know what the feeling was like when you're riding the horse, and he was just like, it was basically like just laser focus, like you're in the flow. Like you're so connected to the horse and so focused and like so like aggressive, and so that was really a cool insight to what it's like to race horses, because I can imagine like they're moving so fast and they're big, powerful. I mean, gorgeous horses. Wow, there's the new ones coming out for the next race. Okay, so you see the quarter horses. They're about to race, so they're taking them on their little lap. I don't know where they're at. Oh, they're right there. Pink. And then these are the ones for the last race coming up. I'm gonna keep talking to you until the race comes around. Let's see what else is there to talk about. There's a pretty solid media team here, which is nuts to think about. That's not what I want to do. There we go. Wow, they're so gorgeous. Let's see. So the trainer, the agent, the jockey. Jockeys will race multiple horses, and then they have exercise riders. So they'll run the horses through the workouts and train them alongside the trainers. And then the jockeys are kind of like, I think they train separately, and then they will connect with the horses. So energy is like really, really important in working with the horses, and so you have to be able to like connect with the horse, and the horse has to trust you and have a relationship with the horse in order to be able to like ride the horse really well. But you can't spend all the time on one horse, because then you're not doing, like you need to manage your relationship with a couple horses. So that was pretty interesting. Wow, look at them prancing. And these are young, so these are like 2 or 4-year-old quarter horses. So they're the fast ones, and then the thoroughbreds are for like medium speed, or like medium distances, which I've been kind of trying to figure out what that looks like, but I don't have an answer to that yet. But look at all of them, they're so prancy. Look at them. The guy's watching them. That's so cool. Okay, they still don't have them lining up. Oh, they're like running the curve. Why are they running the curve? They don't run a curve. Anyway, Oh, I forgot to tell you, I just, literally the last race, I got to go in the winner's circle with the owners of the horse that won, and it came from behind, and it was just like, it was just one of the short races, and it was behind, and then it just had like such a strong stride and pulled its way through, and it was a photo finish, like literally just like literally looked like this crossing the finish line. It was so insane. And so we like were standing next to each other when we were. I've been hanging out with the media people who do like just the video for the race, whatever, brain. But yeah, that's been really fun. So we were watching the replay, and we got to see it as the owners did, and we were like, woo! And they were like, yeah, come in the winner's circle. So I got to go in the winner's circle, take a picture, shake the jockey's hand. I was like, oh, this is so cool. Okay, they're still not going into, what else can we talk about? There's an ambulance, a truck, and a horse that races with them. So the ambulance is obviously for anybody falling off. The truck is for, I think, maybe horses. And then there's a horse also that, like, I guess goes with them to make sure nothing happens. So, like, a lot of backup if somebody falls off, or it's like a horse goes crazy or something happens, gets injured, stuff like that. Sad things I learned, the horses, if they break their legs, they pretty much don't come back from that, and not in like a racing way, but like just kind of period. So they have to put them down most of the time, which is pretty sad. Okay, they're getting in the gates now. Let's see, what else? Betting, you can bet on just about anything. Bet on who gets first, second, third, whatever place, what order they come in, whether one of your horses gets a certain number. I mean, literally anything, which is just kind of, that's on betting, I guess. But I still don't really understand. Like, I want to be confident in making my own bets and like understanding how I'm gonna do. Trying to think of my other thoughts. Yeah, it's been cool. They're lining up. I'm gonna get you in there. You can't really see it. Yeah. But I'm not gonna turn you off at this point. Oh, I'm not even looking at it, sorry. I'm getting distracted. Okay, here we go. Oh, I also got a picture of an old horse from 2023. That's pretty cool. I'll show you later. Okay, are we even on there? Yeah. We're locked in. Seven, 8. That last one always, I feel like it always kicks, but I don't know. Okay, sorry. So fast, and then they like take them on like a, I mean, they gotta slow down, but look at how fast they keep going. The one I bet on yesterday, yeah, get me real close. I'm just kidding. The one I bet on yesterday, I talked to the trainer, and he was like, yeah, he's like a medium distance. I was like, I could tell, like he needed a little bit longer distance than what this track was running. And because he just like had so much speed through I mean, that's kind of a track thing. Like he just had so much more speed after the race, like still compared to everybody else. I was like, dang, had he had more room, he probably would have done well compared to some of the other ones. But yeah, I'm trying to relate it like to training. I'm trying to relate it to fishing, but I think it's like different enough in regards that it's hard to relate to. Like as far as like buying into I don't really understand how you like put your horses into the race. I was talking to somebody, and you kind of like support it or sponsor it into a trial, and then it has to make it into the race. So all kinds of things that go into this. Seems like a lot of money. Like it's a gamble to own a horse as well. So I mean, it's kind of like fishing. You know you're pretty much gonna lose money most of the time, I think. But yeah, well, I think that's a wrap. I'm gonna go finish watching one more race, and then well, this has been sweet. Learned a lot, obviously. I mean, look at me. Started off knowing nothing. All you gotta do is just talk to people, go. People have lots of information that they like to give people, so just ask questions. That's it.
We have to pick more, so you could take a picture of it.
You happy?
Yeah.
Because we will be.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, ecstatic.
Oh my god, if ecstatic wins, I'll be high.
What are your last words for me, since you guys want to be on camera now?
Last words.
Your sayonara.
Have a good night.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
And hurry up and take the picture so I can take my arm off of Joe.
Yeah, because this
It's a video. You guys did wonderful.
We don't
Thank
like
you.
to be this close normally.
You're gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah, sure.
You're gonna be on
It's a date day. Tyler, you got anything to say?
No.
That's it. See you later. Seth?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you too.
Peace.